My dear, although I am far away from you now, not a single day goes by where you don't cross my mind. The physical distance between us does not mean that I have forgotten you, nor does it mean that my feelings for you have faded. I know we haven't spoken in a long time, and I imagine you must be confused or even uncertain about where I stand when it comes to you. Perhaps you wonder what I think or feel about you after all this time. Well, I want you to know this, despite everything, sweetheart, I am still deeply in love with you, just as much as I was before. That hasn't changed, even though everything around us has. You are the first thought in my mind when I wake up in the morning and the last thought I carry with me as I drift off to sleep at night. No matter how much time has passed or how much life has changed, you are still a constant in my heart. In fact, in my own quiet way, I have been keeping up with your life. I follow you on social media, trying to catch little glimpses of what's going on with you, hoping to stay connected to you in any way I can. It may sound strange, but it's my way of feeling close to you, even from a distance. With the space between us, I've had to learn how to live without seeing you or hearing from you. I've managed to adjust to the silence, but what I haven't learned is how to stop loving you or caring about you. That part of me is just as strong as ever. Every now and then, I find myself worrying about you, wondering how you're really doing. I wonder if life has treated you well, if the people around you are kind and gentle with you. You've always had such a sweet and innocent heart, and I pray that the world hasn't been too harsh to you. I often think about how much I want to protect you, even now, though I'm not by your side anymore. Sometimes, I feel the urge to send you a message, to just break the silence between us. But every time I pick up my phone to do it, I hesitate. What would I say? So much time has passed since we last spoke, and our lives have changed in ways I can only imagine. I'm afraid that reaching out after all this time would feel awkward, or that I wouldn't know how to express everything that's on my mind. The longer I wait, the harder it becomes to take that step, and yet, the desire to reconnect with you only grows stronger. There are times when I think about showing up to see you in person, just to see your face and hear your voice again. Other times, I consider sending you a voice message, letting you hear the emotions I've been holding back for so long. I even think about writing you a letter, something long and heartfelt, where I could pour out everything I've been feeling. But even that feels daunting. What if you don't want to hear from me? What if things have changed too much between us? Still, despite all these questions and doubts, I truly want to meet you again. I want to sit down with you and talk like we used to. I want to know how your life has been, what you've been up to, and whether or not you're happy. I want to hear about any new dreams you have, and yes, I wonder if you've met someone special. I remember the way you used to talk about meeting your life partner, the one person who would complete your life and make you truly happy. You always spoke so innocently and hopefully about love, and I wonder if you still hold on to those dreams. We were so young back then, full of hope and innocence. Life seemed so simple, and the future felt like an exciting mystery waiting to unfold. I can't help but think about those days, and when I do, I miss you more than ever. You were not only my first friend but also my first crush. I still smile when I think about the sweet and innocent moments we shared. You are a memory that I will forever cherish, no matter how much time passes. I don't know if you still think of me or if I've become just a distant memory for you. But regardless of where life has taken us, I want you to know that you will always hold a very special place in my heart. You are a significant part of my life, someone who shaped who I am in ways I can't even fully explain. I'll never forget the way you made me feel, happy, content, and understood. You were a source of light in my life, and I will always hold on to the memory of what we had. I sincerely hope that life has treated you kindly. I hope that you are still the same kind, innocent person you were when we first met. I used to feel so protective of you, and I suppose in a way, I always will. Those were some of the best times in my life, and I'll always be grateful for the time we spent together. No matter where life takes us, I will always carry those memories close to my heart, and I'll always care about you. Hey there, gorgeous. Do you realize just how blessed you truly are? Sometimes, in the silence of our thoughts, we may find ourselves burdened with feelings of loneliness, as if there is no one to turn to, no one who genuinely cares or understands us. We might convince ourselves that we are navigating life alone, that our struggles are ours to bear with no support, and that no one could possibly fathom the depth of our emotions or the complexity of our experiences. But let me tell you, that belief couldn't be further from the truth. You are never truly alone. There is someone who knows you inside and out, someone who loves you with a depth and sincerity that surpasses anything humanly possible. This love is not conditional. It does not waver based on your actions, your thoughts, or your circumstances. This love is pure, unwavering, and eternal. That someone is God, the universe, the divine presence that surrounds you every moment of every day. God is with you at every step of your journey, guiding you, protecting you, and most importantly, loving you unconditionally. Think about it for a moment. No human being is capable of loving you as purely and selflessly as God does. Human love, while beautiful and meaningful, is often limited by our flaws and imperfections. We love with expectations, with hopes for reciprocity, and sometimes with conditions. But God's love transcends all of that. It is a love that does not demand anything in return, a love that exists simply because you are. It is a love that understands you more deeply than you understand yourself, a love that knows your strengths, your weaknesses, your fears, and your dreams. So why should you fear or worry when you have such a protector by your side? Why should you carry the weight of your burdens alone when God is ready and willing to carry them for you? All you need to do is trust in Him. Let go of the need to control everything and allow God to take the reins. Remember, where there is faith, miracles happen. Miracles are not just grand, life-altering events. They are the small, everyday moments of grace and love that make life beautiful. I can tell you this from my own experience. From the day I learned to place my trust in God, my life changed in ways I never imagined. Problems that once seemed insurmountable now feel manageable because I know I am not facing them alone. Whenever I feel anger or frustration creeping in, I remind myself that God's plan is the best one. I have seen magic unfold in my life in ways that I can only describe as divine intervention. This doesn't mean that life has become perfect or that challenges no longer exist, but it does mean that I face them with a sense of peace and confidence that I never had before. I used to worry about not having many friends, about feeling isolated and misunderstood. But now, I never feel lonely because I know I am never alone. God is my best friend, my anchor, my constant companion. Since He has held my hand, my life has taken on a magical quality. I wake up each day feeling like the luckiest person on the planet, not because everything is easy, but because I know I am supported by a love that is infinite and unconditional. No worry or fear can trouble me any longer because I know God is with me, guiding me through every situation. I want to encourage you to put your faith in God and see the changes it brings. Don't approach this with conditions or timelines, like, if my wish isn't fulfilled by tomorrow morning, I'll stop believing. God's love for us is unconditional, and our love for Him should be the same. We must remember that while we are fallible and prone to mistakes, God is not. His plan for us and His timing are always perfect, even if they don't align with our immediate desires or expectations. Life becomes infinitely easier when we surrender to His will, trusting that He knows what is best for us. This doesn't mean abandoning our goals or desires, but rather understanding that everything happens in its own time and for a reason. Please take the time to understand God's love, to feel it deeply within your heart. You are incredibly blessed to have someone who cares so deeply for you, who is always there for you, and who loves you more than you could ever imagine. Embrace that love, trust in it, and watch as your life transforms in ways you never thought possible.